Around 16,000 men have been invited to what's being described as a game changer in diagnosing prostate cancer. So costing around £42 million. The trial will use blood testing and newer, faster versions of the MRI scan to provide the most accurate results. Let's get more details on this. I'm really pleased to say Chiara Debiassi, a Director of Health Services at Prostate Cancer UK, is here to talk a bit more about this. Good afternoon to you, Chiara. And thanks for being with us. So this trial, as I said, it's being described as game-changing. What will it mean in simple terms, transform mean for men and their families watching?
Yeah, this is such an exciting day for us at Prostate Cancer UK. Transform is the biggest and most ambitious prostate cancer trial in decades. And what we know is it's going to test lots of different combinations of the way that we diagnose prostate cancer today and find out, finally, the best possible, safest way, which will give us the evidence that we need to finally develop a screening programme for all men, which we so desperately need in the UK.
Chiara, I know that you work very closely with men and their families. Can you explain to us exactly the benefit of early diagnosis and what that really means?
The earlier we find prostate cancer, the easier it is to treat. And unlike many other cancers, in its earliest, most curative stage, prostate cancer often doesn't start with those symptoms, which is why we developed the Prostate Cancer UK Risk Checker. So for all men worrying about their prostate cancer risk, please go do the Risk Checker. But what today represents is this real line in the sand about how we've used to diagnose prostate cancer before and what Transform is going to do, which is revolutionise the way that we diagnose prostate cancer in the future. We'll be able to find aggressive cancers that today's technology just quite simply can't do with the accuracy that we need to be able to screen men in prostate cancer. It's a real difficult balance of trying to reduce the amount of harm of men being diagnosed too early and having treatments they don't need, but also, and just as importantly, the profound harm that men that are diagnosed too late for a cure have to face and live with. So being able to use Transform to get that evidence, to get us to a screening programme is absolutely crucial.
And key to this today, really, is moving away from that single test approach, blood tests, MRI scans. Tell us a bit more about those details and why they're so important.
Well, the great thing about Transform is that we've built it around what we call several different arms. So it's going to compare, exactly as you've said, the PSA blood test with different types of MRI, specifically trying to make MRI as quick and as accurate as possible. So it's saving time, but also saving money for the NHS, and importantly, incredibly accurately diagnosing prostate cancer. The other really fantastic thing is it's built specifically to tackle inequities. So 1 in 10 men that will be invited to Transform will be from the Black community, because Black men are twice as likely to get prostate cancer. They're also twice as likely to die from their prostate cancer. And Transform is one of the ways to get the evidence that we need to start to tackle those inequities and find these big answers to these questions that we have in prostate cancer.
How are the team feeling about these changes? What's been the reaction? What's the atmosphere like?
It's been such a long time coming. I mean, this really is a transformational day, a once-in-a-generation trial, and we don't often get to say that in cancer, but we've been waiting so long to find the best possible way to diagnose prostate cancer. There's lots of myths and misinformation, and that's namely because the way we used to diagnose prostate cancer was quite harmful, but we've now got this incredibly accurate type of MRI scan. We just haven't yet had the evidence or the time that proves that over a long period of time, it's safe and accurate enough for us to screen. But as you can imagine, at Prostate Cancer UK, and with all of our partners, our founder partners that have helped us fund this, and our incredible supporters that have donated money to get us to that £42 million, today is a very special day for prostate cancer.
Absolutely. And a lot of men will feel anxious, won't they, about prostate cancer, particularly those who are coming forward to take part. What would you say to them if you could dispel any worries or concerns that they have?
Getting a screening programme means that we all have a role in this. So whether that's supporting us and donating to Transform, but if men are receiving an invitation to take part in Transform, please go along and be part of this really revolutionary prostate cancer trial. Today marks the day that we're opening our first trial, our clinical centre for Transform, but that's only one of maybe 12, 15 sites that are going to open across the UK in the coming months. So as those centres open, more and more men, tens of thousands of men, will be invited from their GPs. We're trying to mirror what an actual screening programme will look like. So if you get one of those invitations, please read all about Transform and take up the opportunity to be part of this first screening trial for prostate cancer.
OK. Chiara, thank you so much for your time.